the facilitators helping us.
Well, on that note, let's take a look at Game 1. Will the Rebellion side be able to take down another Yellow Empire yesterday? Didn't work well, but let's go. Game 1, Land of Dawn, ONIC and Rebellion Zion.
Will ONIC Esports finally lose their win streak? Or will they continue on to claim that championship title? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the portal of game number 1.
Fun fact, right off the bat, the Fanny, after the patch, is now a bit more vulnerable. This can be said about every assassin right now. Very easy to cancel, and the Paquito, he's going to go to the XP lane, which I find is a bit strange. I would expect the Fredrin to be the one in the XP lane, having a pretty good matchup against the Arlet himself. But also, if they put the Paquito in the jungle, they could have utilized the killing pressure in that bottom side a bit better. Unfortunately, it is going to be Paquito, but thing is, Paquito, knockout strike can cancel the dash. The taunt and the knockup from Vincent can cancel the dash. The second skill from Heist can cancel the dash. There's a lot of cancels that we did not, account for back in the day. Now, Keyboy already very aggressive, as he is also one of the tanks that was selected for our national team.
Well, again, I've seen here Sans and Boots opting for that Purify, so it might signal that Arlet here is a good hero, but quite weak against a crowd control here. Boots, though, will copy the emblem of Psychots yesterday with that concussive blast, so we'll see here. Will it succeed?
Okay, the mid side here with Janarco needs to be careful, but I agree with you, right? There's so much that they can actually work with here for ONIC Esports. Meanwhile, Rebellion Zion, they need to kind of be a little bit more patient when it comes down to the laning phase. You can already see here, High's not having the greatest time because of that loss in range. But of course, with the next chapter, which is the power skill coming in from Highs at level 4, he might have a little bit of a better time. But Kyrie
jumps in. Highs has the space. It should be a secure kill here, right? 2v1 Cutthroat. Oh, yeah, the smooch from Highs will have enough space there with the flicker. Kyrie won't pick up the first blood. Sans with the wings by wings on the manhunt, but fails to do so.
Well played, Highs, perfectly playing that. I mean, ONIC got a little bit too frisky, I believe. Maybe it was just because Kyrie was confident in killing the Brody with the high and dry, but they should have just waited for the wave to crash in to get a better dive with CW helping as well. Really well played by Highs, and this is exactly the reason why they went for the Brody pick, right? Very independent in lane, even up against a Fanny high and dry.
right now, ONIC Esports leading with a little bit of gold. Nothing too fancy just yet. And it's interesting, right? The way that Kyrie has been utilizing this Fanny, he's not as aggressive as before. Probably related to, like you mentioned, the power spec that has yet to come. But Keyboy
jumps in, get the rage, and now Vincent, it's just will not be able to escape there as with Janarco. Now will be the main target, Cutthroat connecting, but Janarco still survive, even though he has no flicker. But again, Keyboy displaying perfect engage.
Preemptive go away also popped in earlier by CW. Basically what that means is they do not want Vincent to use, or Janarco to get that wild charge on to that back line. But here in Talent Prediction, there's a little bit of a difference here, right? In the English desk and the Indonesian desk. There's an imposter among us.
2v4 votes here. Rebellion Zion with 2, ONIC with 4. I do believe that Rebellion Zion has potential with the draft that they have set for themselves here. I know there isn't a specific lockdown hero that can control Kyrie, but we'll see, right? Because Janarco, huge playmaker for his team. Suelo, very effective on his power heroes. I want to see them shine with the comfortable heroes that the coach has actually drafted for them. But right now, it's not looking too good because ONIC Esports, with how they're able to clear that mid lane a little bit fast, Sans being able to use the wings by wings to put pressure on the side lanes, it seems like ONIC Esports has better map control here in the first 4 minutes of the game.
Speaking of the matchups as well, right? This is where it's still going to be really good for ONIC. Even though Highs has been farming quite well, he has been put in a defensive stance up against the Melissa. Melissa bullies him, and he also scales better. That's how Melissa wins lane against these kind of bullies, against most marksmen, right? Scales better, and she's better at all-ins. But there's a fight here going on.
Yeah, Turtle here. Oh, Vincent gets the retribution. Wow. Carry misses it. Boots now, being the frontliner, gets stunned. And take a look at the damage. It hasn't fallen through just yet. Sans trying to make space. ONIC and Rebellion Zion, no casualties from that second turtle fight, but now they're roamers, they're moving on towards the bot side.
Already looking for some damage, and again, the range from CW. Let's take a look at his emblems, right? He went for some attack speed, a little bit of movement speed there, and the Electro Flash. Now, back in the day, I said Weakness Finder might be a bit better, but no, actually, I tried Electro Flash. I haven't lost on the Melissa with Electro Flash. Literally, go for the Electro Flash, guys. This is really, really good. The mobility that it adds, you can keep on chasing your members. Maybe you were limited to your mobility with only your first skill on other emblems, but here, it really lets you go free.
You can see now Rebellion Zion here looking for some compensation on the board, trying to put it into their tempo, trying to make a gank onto CW, but that's so CW. He's very safe, but Big Mac.
Oh, he will not survive. Sans picking up the kill there. I believe it was the Magic Worship, but Rebellion, quick compensation, bot side turret taken down, and also do note that they got the 2 turtles earlier, so they're looking for that perfect turtle. But it seems like Arlet will claim the turret top side as well.
What are these? What is happening here, right? Because right now, Rebellion Zion, sure, they've been getting a lot of objectives on the board. Kyrie, uncharacteristically of him, was actually able to miss that retribution. I think he timed it a little too early, but all the while here, no one has been able to stop Boots on this Arlet. He's been able to split push really well. And it seems like ONIC looking for another gank.
Oh, on towards Vijanargo though. Is this the right target? Wall charge. Gets the knockup on towards Keyboy, and take a look at the damage. Keyboy flickering away. Kyrie in the bush trying to find an opening. But no, another casualty-less fight.
Both teams are respecting each other so much. I love the way that they've been taking this game. Both teams are playing towards their winning condition. Rebellion with more kill pressure in that gold lane with highs. They played towards it, and now they're looking for another neutral objective take.
Let's see, is it going to be the perfect turtle for the side of Rebellion?
Wow.
Yes, it is. They're going to get it. And ONIC, no response whatsoever here. Bot side pushing for the side of Rebellion. ONIC, they need to stay proactive.
They do, but they also need to be careful, right? And if we take a look at the equipment here by Dunia Games, the item builds as well, you can see there's a disparity as well in terms of that gold. Particularly for ONIC Esports, right? Farsa has a little bit of an edge here.
And that's really going to hurt Eve here, right? I mean, the burst coming in is going to be a big issue for the Brody. And like we mentioned, it's actually pretty interesting. Both weak sides have more gold. We mentioned Rebellion Zion, maybe their XP lane is a bit weaker compared to the Arlet, but he has a gold lead. And on the opposite side, it's Melissa, CW, who's been ganked many times, even losing his turret, who has the gold lead. This is very interesting. Both weak sides are playing it incredibly well, but it's obviously going to be Rebellion Zion who has the lead now because of the map pressure. Maybe in terms of gold, he will still be behind of Melissa, but it's still the turret, the map pressure they can play with, and they're utilizing it really well with Vincent already pressuring that purple buff. This is what they need to do later in the game. They can't do it just yet, but they're already setting up for it, which is great.
I mean, you mentioned, right, the fact that CW is so good at playing weak side, and you can see that reflected on his economy. Even in a losing matchup, with how much pressure has been given onto him, he's still able to have that same gold with highs there in the gold lane.
It's pretty interesting to see how CW can farm that efficiently despite his turret being taken down, and now we can see exactly the gold differences by UBS Gold. For now, wait, Vincent actually jumping in, opening up the map. Wijanarko!
Wow, flicker wall charge. Keyboy flickering away. And take a look at ONIC. They're going to lose their fight here. Keyboy stuck. And Big Mac with the engage. Kyrie, though, already take a look at this. Cables jumps in, looking for another kill. Wijanarko gets taken down. Highs in the right push to recall their Big Mac here. He needs to be careful. Oh my lord, with the 1v1 here. EXP, take a look at the damage by Boots. What? Big Mac managed to go away, but ONIC finally winning a fight.
There's a lot of damage coming in from this Arlet, and I think we gasped at the same time. For me, it was because I thought that Kyrie was going to make a misplay with the damage coming in from Suelo, and he was very aggressive going under the turret, getting that damage as well, but at the end, the Cutthroat was able to secure a lot of damage onto Rebellion Zion there, but even though they weren't able to get a kill per se, you can see that ONIC Esports now trading back in terms of that macro, right? They're going to be able to get a turret in the bottom side. But Wijanarko looks for something else.
Nice side step, but take a look at Sans. He got caught. He gets taken down, and Boots soaking the damage will not be able to survive that one. Double kill for Suelo, 5v3. And the Bulls, they're looking hungry. Keyboy with the engage on towards Suelo. Gets taken out by Kyrie. 3v4 now. Good engage by Keyboy, but it's still Rebellion in favor.
It's crazy. Holy moly. Rebellion Zion, the way that they've been taking these fights have been crazy with Big Mac providing the CC, and Keyboy's gone, man. He's a goner right there with a kill. And CW.
Oh my god, the Lord got caught there. CW pre-hitting though. Janarko will not be able to escape. That's Kyrie with the cables. CW got stunned, but thankfully, he is still in that game.
Now this is interesting, right? Because I mentioned about respect from ONIC, and I don't really see them doing that. They're making uncharacteristic mistakes. They're going for overcommitments. There's no chemistry, there's no synergy. It feels like there's no communication as well as to who goes in, and the follow-up is also not there. And Rebellion Zion has been able to be they are able to capitalize over the mistakes coming in from ONIC Esports, and Big Mac here almost getting a kill onto Kyrie. Not really sure what's going on, but Rebellion Zion with a 1,400 gold lead.
Having more kill pressure, right? I mean, wow, the way that they've been utilizing this is honestly pretty crazy. And it comes down to what we mentioned in the hot topic. Sway Low getting on that comfort pick, the Yeeb, and performing in the back line with no one really able to dive on him. Sure, Kyrie can do so, but with Highs constantly playing in the back line, you can see how Rebellion takes this fight. Is Sway Low is always guarded, covered up by Highs, and this is where the Brody really works in a composition, right? In lane, we mentioned maybe he is going to lose in that 1v1 matchup when CW scales, but he is playing as more of a cover hero for Sway Low. Look at his positioning right now. No one can jump onto Sway Low because of that stun.
Boots though gets taken out immediately. What a combo there from the side of Rebellion Zion. Sans almost get taken out, and yeah, Rebellion Zion with the invade already. And ONIC, again, they are desperately looking for some slight of win in this game.
Right now, 2,200 gold lead for the Rebels. And it looks like they're trying to claim even more. But this is what ONIC Esports does. When they're behind, they start to play the macro game. And I think this is the ultimate test for Rebellion Zion, whether or not they're able to do the exact same thing. Because look at that, right? In the gold lane, in the bottom side of the map, you can see that the lanes are already pushing. And they got to be careful with those side lanes.
Man, you know, here though, you can see Best Girl Nobara Kugisaki, the skin for MLBB X Jujutsu Kaisen on the Melissa, CW, and my favorite hero. Skins are now available if you guys want to check it out. It's available up to the 20th of March. Enjoy the 50% off on your daily first draw. I'd recommend getting the Melissa skin.
Oh, but I got the Xavier skin.
You didn't go with my recommendation.
I guess I gotta use
I got the Julian
Games.
skin.
Huh?
Got the Julian skin.
Oh, what?
Oh, everybody has their own preference. I wonder who got the Yin skin. Oh, wow.
Oh, Wawa
nobody.
did. But right now here, Boots trying to zone Wijanarko away. Looks like Rebellion Zion wants to go for a invade onto Kyrie's buff. Will they be able to do it? And if they do, that's a sad fanny.
Hans Lord has spawned. Sway Low now. CW with the go away. A real word of revelation. Pops gets the kill. Wijanarko with the wild charge. Will not able to find anything. Kyrie with the kill. Keyboy on the front side now. Will not survive. Flickering away. Big Mac with the flicker. Will not find the kill. And Vincent in the backside here. 1v1 against Boots. Too fast for Arlets, it seems like, as it is going to be 2-4-3 for 1.
That's why you go for the Kufra. The bouncing ball coming in clutch, canceling in that jab. And just like that, Big Mac has been neutralized from this team fight. He's looking for something more here, but Boots engages.
Oh my god, a 3v1. Big Mac, call him Small Mac now. ONIC with another kill on the board.
And just like that, the economy has been completely equalized, right? Rebellion Zion was leading with 2,000 gold now. Just shrunk to 600, still counting depending on how this next team fight goes. But Sans opens up.
Yeah, we can see here the zone from side of ONIC. Vincent desperately trying to penetrate the base of, well, the Lord here for ONIC. We'll see here. Gets a stun. Crazel Rad, but the stun comes in. And take a look at the damage. Wall charge on towards 2. CW with a free hitting in the backside finds Wijanarko. Keyboy is the next one to fall as Boots will escape that RWM with the skills. But Vincent is there to give the taunt, and he will be taken down. It's going to be 2-4-1 now. Rebellion Zion answers back.
It's very rare that we get to see Kyrie reset the Lord, not going for a 50-50. It seems like these takes have hit him confidence-wise.
CW free hitting gets a solo kill there. Vincent, though, will use the retribution to slow him down and finding the kill. Will Kyrie have a say in this solo? Oh, cutthroat onto Suelo. This wrong target. And no way. God-alike will be secured by this guy with enough cables.
Kyrie just styling on his opponents in a 2-1. Still able to make the outplay and get a kill out of it. And that's actually equalized the ground a little bit better for ONIC Esports. But the real-time win probability by the Samsung Galaxy S23 Series 5G still favors Rebellion here. But it's actually going into the favor of ONIC a little bit more. But now Wijanarko here has to be careful. But do you see in that previous team fight, Wijanarko was able to stop the feather airstrike from Sans from dishing out that damage. And I think that's also a huge factor as to why things have failed. But Heis!
Solo kill with the cables, perfectly timed there. Wow.
That was impeccable, the positioning as well. And I think it all tracks back to Rebellion Zion not contesting for the purple buff. They could have actually baited a retribution or maybe even found a kill, but now you can already see ONIC playing around the Lord even without Kyrie.
See here, ONIC now, Boots will try to give vision, provide vision as well. CW, his whereabouts is unknown, but take a look at that. Stun comes through. Vincent now with low HP will not survive. Vincent taken down, no retribution, and Boots in the front side now will find another fight. But with the barrier, it seems like Rebellion Zion will have the proper disengage.
Right now, ONIC Esports, they've been playing the team fights really, really well, right? And right now, Rebellion Zion, they don't have an answer to that so far. The thing about ONIC Esports is in their composition, they have a lot of AoE damage. They have the Feather Airstrike from the Farsa, they have the AoE from the Melissa, and Rebellion Zion, they're going in 5v5, but in terms of damage, they're falling behind.
This time though, you know, Heis has been picked up a whole lot, but if we take a look at the items, he's finally finished that with a nature. So this will give him a little bit more room to play with unless Keyboy finds a big Tyrant's Revenge and Rage combo. But again, Heis needs to play around Sway Low. The main carry for here is Sway Low.
Sans quite low in the backside, but take a look at Boots here, trying to find an opening in the front side alongside Keyboy. Now, they're stuck with the wild charge. Boots taken out. Kyrie with the cables trying to find the opening. Oh, Keyboy, it was big and gets the stun on towards Wijanarko, which CW securing the kill. Top base turret taken down as well as bot side as ONIC still with the siege.
What I observed from these team fights is that Boots is the main distraction for ONIC, right? He's able to bait out so many resources just to take him down. And the problem with Boots is not only is he sustainable, not only is he tanky, but he also has the utility of the knockup. He's also dealing the damage. So Rebellion Zion, they're put in a position where they're forced to deal with Boots. And as soon as they do, as soon as all that resource is wasted from Rebellion Zion, ONIC Esports, the rest are there to follow up. Kyrie goes in. You can see Sans looking for an engage as well. Keyboy looks for the Tyrant's Revenge and Rage. And this is where ONIC Esports has a little bit more to play with.
And I think right now we can take a look at CW as well. You pointed out Boots. Let's take a look at the other side of the map, where it's the gold lane. CW, total games on this Melissa, 300% win rate, 9 average KDA, and pretty solid stats across the board. I want to talk a little bit about his build, right? It's a very greedy build to go for, all damage with the Haas Claws, but it's what you want to go for as a Melissa. If you've been, noticing this in the team fights too, oh my god, Boots, again, being such a menace. But CW, oh my, what, wait, they're going in again!
Boots taken out!
What?
Hides with the torn apart memory there, securing the kill.
Keyboy.
CW with the go away now. Wijanarko misses that wild charge. Keyboy from the backside looking for an opening. Swalo flickers away. Immortal pop for Wijanarko now. He gets taken out. Kyrie gets a stun and he has Immortal. Will be popped down. Hides gets the shutdown. Sans in the backside. Popping feather airstrike. Vincent will lose his Immortal. Now Keyboy looking, finding, soaking the damage from Hides, and there you go. Big Mag with the finish. Immortal pop. Big Mag with a flicker. Oh, almost gets taken out there by CW. At the end of the day, it's a 2-4-1.
The exact reason why ONIC Esports are able to win it out was, I guess, the exact reason why they fell short as well. I think Rebellion Zion recognized the mistakes that they made. They made instant adaptation, instant reparations, and they were able to take Boots down without too much of resources wasted.
It's great, again, how Rebellion Zion are able to force these team fights on ONIC, but the fact of the matter is they need to understand that they are a pure front-to-back composition. When they do get that front-to-back, when Swalo does get the free hit on that real world manipulation, then that is where they win. But with ONIC constantly finding these different angles on the side, jumping in, even with Keyboy missing that flicker engagement with the Tyrant's Revenge, it's all he needed. He just needed to gap close to pop in the bouncing ball so that the dashes won't be there for Rebellion Zion to disengage. Now, why that works so well with the Melissa is when you're locked down in place with those muddles on the floor, you can say goodbye to your HP bar. CW went full damage for a reason. He has the go away. He is self-sustainable and independent in the back line. No one can really dive onto him. And when he free hits with the Inspire, with a Malefic Roar, this is why I said yesterday, Bigatron Alpha, Saken, why did he go for 2 defensive items on the Melissa? You should just go all in or all out, man.
Go big or go home, basically, with the Melissa build, right? And now Rebellion Zion, they need to play this properly. They need to be able to manipulate the side lanes, and I think that's what they're going for. But ONIC Esports, they have the exact same mind game in mind. But I think ONIC Esports, they need a little bit more information. As soon as they see the Brody, I think that's when they're going to start pulling the trigger.
I think when they see Yves, that's the better assumption, I think, because for Highs himself, he's more of that utility. It sounds funny, Brody utility, but he is just going to be defending that back line with his stun. With his damage, he can burst down a few members as well, but like you're pointing out right now, Sans is in a very good position to find a different angle once again, but he just decides to slow push that mid lane.
He has to be careful here. Right now, you can see that Big Mac trying to manipulate that bottom lane, trying to create a slow push. But I think Kyrie's reading up on it. I think he wants to go for it. He doesn't exactly know where the Paquito is right now. He should now, though. And man, it's just the waiting game right now. Both of these teams are playing the macro really, really well. They're trying to set up better, but both of them are equally trading punches in this regard.
I mean, take a look at the gold, right? Not much of a difference here. Sure, 21 minutes in, it's still an even game, I feel like. ONIC, even though they got the 2 base turrets, Rebellion Zion, they're not they like the gamble plays, and take a look at their positioning, not even at a position of defense.
Just take a look at the timer, 21 minutes, right? I think if ONIC has a 10,000 gold lead, it wouldn't matter. 21 minutes means that almost everyone is farmed up. Probably only the roamers needs to finish 1 or 2 more items, but here you can even see Vincent picking up that blade armor. And again, we need to talk about this. The wave manipulation has just been phenomenal by both of the teams, but that's what you do when you get CW to free hit. That's for the airstrike as well, Gani.
He flickers away though, but CW!
Oh, no way!
Low, and Kyrie with the play, finding Brody. Reginarco falls as well. Not a good sign
CW
for a Rebellion Zion. Big Mac gets taken out. CW is still there, and Boots is just 1v1ing. 3 members taken out. Rebellion Zion here. Not a fun game.
This is the second time that ONIC Esports has utilized that Magic Sentry and found a success on it. You can see that Kyrie went back to the base to open up to see Vision, and they saw 2 members from Rebellion Zion isolated. With 3 members now down for Rebellion Zion, ONIC Esports looking for the end.
This fight's BGG. Rebellion now defending with just 2 members. Swalo in the backside popping RWM. Look like the Winner's Rush and very clutch, but CW is very objective. He's going for the base, and ONIC strikes first.
Man, CW, when he was engaged on, he sold, I think, the Haas Claws or something for the Immortality, getting a bit more time to play with. And just like that, he sells it again, buys the Wind Talker. The man